Burn the Witch has been my most requested anime by far, and I know that might seem like a weird pick because Burn the Witch is not the most known anime out there, but the reason it was requested so highly becomes obvious once you make the correlation to Bleach. So far, my channel has mostly been about Bleach, and while I do want to expand and I do want to get out of that box, the fact that I've talked about Bleach pretty much ad nauseum makes it pretty clear why people would want me to review an anime that resides in the same universe. Now, the connection between Burn the Witch and Bleach is no secret by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, in the final episode of Burn the Witch, we find out that this takes place in the West branch of the Soul Society. And while the connection to the Bleach universe is one of the main selling points of the Burn the Witch anime, it's an anime that's able to stand alone and create its own intrigue, its own mystique without having to ride off the coattails of Bleach. And the fact that Burn the Witch is able to stand on its own two legs, it's able to be its own anime, immediately alleviated one of my fears that I had before coming into this anime. My two biggest concerns before watching the anime was number one, that you would need to watch Bleach beforehand, and number two, that it would be a giant pandering fest. And thankfully that's not the case, because you can have absolutely zero knowledge about Bleach and still enjoy this anime to its fullest extent. The extra context that you'll have about the universe from watching Bleach before watching Burn the Witch, it might be nice to have, it might be fun, but it is by no means necessary. And everything that you need to know about Burn the Witch will be explained and shown in Burn the Witch. But now that all the Bleach talk has been put behind us, we can focus solely on Burn the Witch. The first thing that I took note of this anime, the first thing that I realized was that the art style was different. Now, different doesn't mean bad. The Burn the Witch art style and the animation for that matter, all of it is beautiful. The studio behind Burn the Witch knocked it out of the park. Burn the Witch is so good to the point that I would say if you want to watch something for the sake of having movement in front of your face, Burn the Witch might be an anime that would satisfy your needs, because just looking at it, it's magnificent. Truly eye candy. And while we're at it, looking at this anime is amazing because there's so much stuff that is not even shown in Bleach, like dragons, modern day technology. They're using their phones to get into reverse London. The whole setting of this anime, the buildings are beautiful to look at. The scenery is amazing. So are the new creatures in this anime that we're being introduced to. All of this makes me question why people don't talk about Kubo's world building enough. From an outside perspective, before I got into Bleach, I never heard anybody mention that Kubo had some of the best world building in the game. And with my experience watching Bleach, I realized, hey, Kubo's world building is actually really good. It's up there as one of the greats. When I think of animes with amazing world building, I immediately default to two animes. I think of two animes that I think everybody should think of: Made in Abyss and One Piece. And Kubo proved with Bleach that he deserves to be in that conversation. But with Burn the Witch, that addition to the Bleach universe, it really shows Kubo's strength in world building that needs to be acknowledged more. So we already have a different studio, different art style, amazing animation, amazing world building. All of that praise before we even get to the plot, before we even get to the character. And Burn the Witch's characters are really good. They have some really likable characters. Specifically Ninny and Noel, the two female leads of the show, very enjoyable characters. I also liked Bruno a whole lot. He reminded me a little too much of Grimjow in a positive way. Bago is also a main character. I did not like him as much. There are some moments where he just gets a little bit too obnoxious. His character is good. I like him. He's not bad, but the gimmick about wanting to see Noel's panties can get a little bit tiresome. Not a big fan of gimmicks like those in characters. Thankfully, we don't have to see that way too much because, I mean, this is a 4-episode anime. There's only so much you can see, but also because his character develops within those 4 episodes to the point where he's saying that less. So to see that character development makes me happy. It's not super deep character development. This is not one of the best written characters of all time by any means, but it's a good sign. And I'm sure that if there was a bigger sample size of Burn the Witch, if there were more than just 4 episodes out, Bago would grow to become a pretty likable character. But that's not the case, and we only have 4 episodes, and that's why Burn the Witch needs more episodes. So that's what I gotta say about Bago. Noel, on the other hand, really cool main character. I'm glad Kubo is experimenting with female MCs. We need more of them. Last time I saw a female main character, it ended up in my top 10. I love Soul Eater, alright? So now that we got Noel out the way, cool, calm, collected, and nonchalant, we talk about Ninny, who's pretty much the complete opposite. She has this whole subplot of being this well-known singer celebrity that's being chased around by paparazzi. That whole subplot didn't move me that much, and I'm struggling to see the vision, I suppose. I'm struggling to see how this is going to play a major role down the line. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe this is just her hobby and what she likes to do. It really could be as simple as that, and I might be overanalyzing it, but they dedicated a lot of screen time to hammering in that point. Look, she's well known, but aside from being a well-known celebrity, she's also Noel's superior. But despite this, there was a lot of times during the anime where Noel was doing the explaining to Ninny, which felt, a little bit weird for me. The exposition felt off because, again, Ninny is the superior. She's the one that should be doing the explaining, not the one that should be getting the lessons taught to her. It's like it's like Luka getting to the Lakers and telling LeBron what he needs to do, or it's like Renji explaining the game plan of Byakuya, brother. Come on. But to be fair, Ninny is well versed. She's capable. They explain it. She knows all this stuff. And now that we got Ninny out the way, we talk about Macy, a cool character in my eyes. Definitely not on the same level as a Noel or a Ninny or a Bruno for that matter, but not as insufferable as Bago at times. She's not from reverse London. She's from the regular London, I guess. She's just from the regular world. She was contacted by Bruno, but it turns out that she had a dragon in her possession in the regular world. It's a cool concept, and it all plays out in the 3rd episode of Burn the Witch, but her character itself didn't make a standout impression on me, and this might be for the fact that Burn the Witch only has 4 episodes out, and she is only in 2 of them. There were a lot more characters that were introduced in Burn the Witch and were apparently are important, but I can't say anything about them because they don't do anything in the 4 episodes that are out. Again, this is a problem with the sample size of the anime. It needs more episodes. I guess Billy did something. I want to keep this as light on the spoilers as possible, but we got a glimpse at his power and I want to know more. His character is very interesting to me because of that scene in the last episode of Burn the Witch, but as an anime only, and if you're going to be an anime only watcher of Burn the Witch, we're kind of out of luck because there's not enough episodes. Now I do want to talk about the Dragons of Myth. I'm not going to pronounce the word that they call them because that word is not in my arsenal, but it was revealed that amongst all the dragons in London, there are 7 special dragons, and in the first 4 episodes we saw one of them, which means that there are 6 more that we have yet to see, and I'm fascinated because the first one that we saw left a lasting impression on me. All right, it set the bar high. I suppose this does come back to the world building aspect of it, being surrounded by dragons, there being 7 special dragons of myth. Oh, conceptually it's an amazing concept. Kubo, you did it again. But with all that being said, I felt like this dragon, one of the big 7, was used as a stepping stone, because as powerful as they made her look, she was taken out like that quickly. Makes me question the power level of these 7 special dragons and their importance to the story because of how they dealt with the first one. But that's just a critique that I have watching 4 episodes of an anime. It almost feels unfair to critique the anime because I'm sure that a lot of the questions that I have would be answered in due time, so take that with a grain of salt. The whole Cinderella plotline takes pressure off of Bago, who by the way has got a bounty placed on him. I didn't mention it because they kind of placed the bounty on him for 1 episode and then they take it off immediately. They got me. They tricked me for a second. I thought we were going down this plot line where Bago and Noel and Ninny would become fugitives to protect him. No, they took the bounty off the next episode. And I would like to know more about these higher ups, I guess. Why Bago's so important, why they decided to keep him now. But once again, as an anime only, we're kind of left in the dark for now because there are no more episodes, and I hope that there are more episodes soon, because from the first episode, from episode 1, I saw the potential in this anime. With the landscape of current new gen animes where you have animes like Chainsaw Man and Don I feel like Burn the Witch fits in seamlessly, does it not? Am I wrong in that assessment? I mean, it already has the jumping pad from being in the Bleach universe. You already have a core audience of Bleach fans that will watch this anime for the sake of being connected to Bleach, and then it can carve out its own lane in new gen animes because the potential is clearly there. The power system is there. They're using magic spell number such and such like it's Hado, and we know that Bleach has one of the most nuanced power systems in anime, so what does that say about Burn the Witch? I see it so vividly, and I hope that we get new episodes soon because this should be an anime that deserves to be talked about more, and I hope all of this happens after maybe 1000 Year Blood War is over. But now it's time to rate the anime. Something new I want to introduce. I want to have a consistent rating system, and Burn the Witch will be the first anime I rate. Off of everything I've seen, again, I see the potential for this anime, of course, clearly 100%, and from the episodes that we do have, I've enjoyed them thoroughly. I enjoyed Burn the Witch. Burn the Witch is good when the biggest problem with the anime is the simple fact that there are not enough episodes. And I know that might be a subjective take because I personally like longer animes that are in the hundreds to 400 episode range. Some people like 12 episode animes. I think that's a little bit too short, but I'm pretty sure that most people can agree 4 is pushing it. There are movies longer than Burn the Witch, and I know that isn't a problem with the series. That's not a problem with the manga. I'm sure the manga has many more chapters out, but as an anime only, obviously it's going to be difficult to flesh out your characters to the fullest extent, to flesh out out the plot to the fullest extent in 4 episodes, all of which are problems that Burn the Witch has because of its small sample size. But again, the potential is very clear. It's evident. So I'm thinking Burn the Witch, as of all the episodes that are out right now, is a high 7. I hope that doesn't seem like a harsh rating. I swear it's not, but I think it's fair. Absolutely enjoyable anime to watch, eye candy, enjoyable characters, amazing world building, setting. Conceptually, the anime is there, headed by one of the greatest mangakas of all time, but all of that is potential. And from what we have in only 4 episodes, I see it, but it hasn't been executed, it hasn't been realized. So y'all let me know what y'all think. What would y'all rate Burn the Witch? I hope I didn't come off as a douche. I'll work on the rating system. You know, it's my first one. It might be a little bit off, but thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Take care, y'all.